Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for ScubaRadio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that ScubaRadio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for ScubaRadio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ in the studio with me.
Happy 4th of July almost.
And happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's CJ's birthday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, but it still
Close
counts.
enough. Close enough.
It's birthday weekend for CJ. You're celebrating by going diving this weekend?
I wish.
Or are you just going to walk outside of your home here in Florida and
get douched by the rain.
No. You don't even have to do that. The humidity's so high. You could put on your scuba gear, walk outside, and after 15 minutes, it would count as a open water dive.
Well, right now it's 100% humidity.
Right. Case in point. There you go. So a little tidbit of, a bonus, maybe, if you're a diver and you live in Florida right now.
You know what I should do? Just get a big plastic tarp, use it as a liner, put it in the back of my truck, wait for it to fill up with rainwater, and then I could just...
You don't have to wait for the rain. Just go out there and sweat for 15 minutes. And I think you can log your dive.
Enough volume.
That's a Florida log dive, I believe.
I should log my dives.
Why so much emphasis on log? You're a little backed up, are you?
That's you hearing something you want to hear.
Okay, anyway, happy 4th of July weekend to you. Hopefully you're making the best of it, better than we are. I actually just got back from a trip out west. Last couple shows we recorded in advance. We are live today on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. Actually, they were pretty good shows. They were fun.
Kidding.
But I spent a week out west at Bear Lake.
Did you do a
Utah.
dude ranch?
No, I was at a lake. I guess they had ranches out there too, but we were actually at a lake in Utah.
Bears and otters?
No bears. The last bear seen in the area was like 1995 or something. They actually have a statue for the bear, the last grizzly bear seen around Bear Lake,
That's
Utah.
sad.
It is. I mean, I guess. I don't know. He was terrorizing the community. So
Can I ask you a question?
Him. Go ahead.
How'd you like to be mutilated?
No, I would prefer not to. I would prefer not to. But
all right, I'm going to put you down for a no.
I was out at this place, Bear Lake, and even though the water levels are kind of low at a lot of the lakes out west, like Lake Mead, you may have seen these videos on YouTube where the water level has dropped so low they're exposing the dead bodies they disposed of years ago. Did you know this?
No.
You didn't know this, CJ?
I don't live out there.
What? It's all over the interwebs.
I don't go in the interwebs much.
Yeah. No, the water levels dropped at Lake Mead. They found some dead bodies. Now, they didn't find any dead bodies in Bear Lake. I checked. But the water has receded in that particular lake dramatically. It's pretty crazy. We were supposed to have a house on lakefront property. Well, the lake was about a good half mile away. It was drained that low in the lake.
So you guys got hosed.
Well, it was still fine. It was still, I mean, when you get into water, I mean, it was beautiful. Bear Lake, Utah is known as like the Caribbean of the West because the water is a turquoise blue color because of the sandstone bottom makeup of the lake or something, and it makes it very blue and very much like what you would experience in the Caribbean and stuff. It's a pretty unique place. Yeah. I didn't know anything about it when we got there.
All that beauty, yet I've seen no pictures.
No, there's pictures. I put some.
It's also where they dump all the portalettes, Greg.
That is incorrect. And that's a different hue of blue.
Minty.
Yeah. But beautiful place, Bear Lake, Utah. And there was some diving going on in the area. Matter of fact, the week before I was there, some guy was rebreather diving, I believe, solo, and he had an incident and passed away. So he didn't make it. So there, but I didn't go there with the idea of doing any diving, even though I could have. But the reason was the water temp was like 58 degrees.
No.
Yeah. So I didn't bother to check up on the diving. I stayed topside, did some boating, had some cousins and nephews that got in the water and water skied, that we didn't care about. It was like, yeah, go water ski. The water's fine. And it was like, it's 58 degrees. They're going to die.
They're from up north, aren't they? They're used to that.
Exactly. Yeah, they didn't understand the term warm water wuss that I apply to myself.
They're like, he's a wuss. I get that part.
Yeah. What? No, I don't think that's what they said. But beautiful area, really beautiful area. And I was tempted after a couple days, even though I was thinking, gosh, water temp 58 degrees. I don't know if I want to do this. I was tempted to jump in the water, but then I thought, no, I really don't need to. I'm just not going to do it. I'm doing a family vacation. I'm going to just stay away from diving for a week because that's what I do for the rest of the year.
If I were to jump in the water that cold, there would be a lot of words coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, but you can't hear them.
Unsuitable for children.
Can't hear them underwater. It just goes.
Oh, no. Once I pop back up. No, I'd pop up and just, wow.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to hear. No, I can't say it on the radio.
Yeah. Okay.
F-bombs, other things.
No, we wouldn't do that. It'd be refreshing.
Holy mother.
Shoot.
Mother, father.
Okay, a little bit of that. But yeah, supposedly there is some diving in the area. I mean, so you weren't aware of the stuff going on in Lake Mead right out of Las Vegas?
No.
Okay, so, we have the DEMA show every other year practically in Las Vegas, and the big dive area near the DEMA show, and for the dive operators, the businesses in Las Vegas is Lake Mead. Lake Mead has seen record levels of drought, and the water level has gotten so low they can't even get boats in Lake Mead right now. And it's a big YouTube thing, especially just Google it, look at these videos. It's remarkable what they've found because the water has receded so much. They found some dead bodies that were like, I don't know, put in like a tin can thing, like a big oil can,
like a submarine.
Yeah, Jimmy Hoffa type stuff, you know what I mean? That's where they put all the dead bodies. They found a couple of them already in Lake Mead. Who knows, by the time this drought is over, will they find some more? But the water has receded so far in Lake Mead, it is crazy to see what has happened there. And I don't know how it affects the diving on Lake Mead. I guess, I don't know, Jerry the diver guy, have you ever checked into that? I mean, did they dive around the dam? The deep end?
I don't know if they dive around the dam because the way I take it, it's pretty deep right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I know the videos that I've seen is it's gotten so shallow they can't even get boats in. So, but I don't know if they dive in Lake Mead and there's a shore area where the dive operators go off of a dock someplace, or I don't know what it's like there because I haven't done it.
I think that there's only 2, maybe 3 marinas operating on Lake Mead right now.
Yeah.
The rest has had to shut down.
Right. Yeah, it's remarkable when you look at the water level, how low it's gone down, and that's what I saw in Bear Lake, Utah, as well. I mean, it was pretty dramatic. That said, there are plenty of people out on the water with their personal watercraft and their pontoon boats and all that kind of stuff. It didn't seem to put too much of a damper on them getting out on the lake and enjoying, water activities, let alone the diving, and that kind of thing. So. Something to keep in mind. I don't know. Lake Mead does concern me a little bit because, like I said, for the dive operators in Las Vegas, it's a huge facility for training and stuff like that. All right, more coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving, sea monsters, and more. Check it out next.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Bula. You'll hear that a lot when you visit Fiji. It's more than a greeting. It's the spirit of this friendly country. With 333 islands, white sand beaches, and year-round tropical warmth, it's hard not to feel happy at this exceptional dive destination known as the soft coral capital of the world. Fiji Airways has a modern fleet of aircraft to take you to Fiji in style and at great prices. Contact your travel agent now or go to FijiAirways.com and plan your Fijian dive adventure. That's FijiAirways.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no, Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, CJ in the studio with me. Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad made up of, at the moment, of Jerry the Diver Guy and Bubble Boy on this 4th of July weekend. Jerry, I got to ask, are you going to be blowing crap up this weekend or what?
Yes.
Above water or below water?
Probably both.
That's what I figured. Yeah, it's a thing. Divers around the world have learned how to set off fireworks underwater. Have you seen this online too, CJ?
No, but thanks for letting me know about it.
Yeah, it could happen. Why you don't seem impressed or you don't see amused or nothing? It's your birthday. You should be happy.
I can't wait to hear about this. I'm waiting for you to tell me.
Well, people are lighting crap up like fireworks and stuff and setting them off underwater. They'll explode underwater. You realize?
They're not hurting the fish, are they?
Well, if the fish are nearby, they are.
That sounds very environmentally friendly.
I didn't say it was. I'm just saying they're doing that.
So I have mixed feelings about
it's
that.
It's a redneckish kind of adventure.
I don't want any of my sharks to get hurt.
I would agree with you on this. Yes, I'm not a big fan.
Or turtles
from that standpoint. But if you're in like I don't know, even you could do it in a pool setting. And then you take the environmental element out of it. In a pool?
Yeah. Somebody's pool? I love
Somebody's pool. Yeah, preferably a neighbor that you don't prefer, you don't like, be a way to get them. But I don't know. The thing is, if you light off like a bottle rocket and let it go just long enough where it, well, I don't know how long. Jerry's the expert on this because he blows crap up all the time.
Actually, I can hold it and very lightly and let it go, and it'll shoot out of my hand into the water.
That sounds safe.
Yes, of course. The views expressed on Scuba Radio are those of completely insane individuals. Don't attempt any of this at home.
Ever.
No,
so,
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, but you've done it.
Yes, tons of times.
So we don't have to.
He still has all his fingers for right now.
Still got them all.
Yeah. But but the thing is, they
Not
will
for
go off
long.
underwater.
Not for
And-
They will.
And actually, if you're in a cold place, I mean, you've actually done this under the ice. That was a thing we talked about last year, right? And
Done
like
it
during,
under the ice.
I don't know what excuse you use to set off fireworks when like a lake is frozen over.
For some reason, it's way cooler now.
What to do this?
You throw ice into the mix, and I like it.
Okay. Yeah.
More stuff to break, I guess.
Yeah, you can Google this stuff, and you can find these crazy individuals doing this, like Jerry the Diver.
Yeah,
guy.
Jerry, make sure you film all this.
Unfortunately, we have no ice right now.
Well,
That's
yeah.
okay.
I mean, you
That's
have to. That's what I was saying. I don't know what holiday they celebrate when they start lighting off fireworks
Christmas.
in the middle of winter. Okay, is that a
Christmas.
fireworks holiday? I guess it can be.
This
It
one's
is
for
for us.
New
baby
Year's
Jesus.
Eve. Maybe it was New Year's Eve. Actually, you're right. Maybe it was
Yep.
a New Year's Eve thing.
Christmas, both.
Okay, all right. So red and green
The
fireworks.
sad thing about it is that the good fireworks are illegal in Virginia. So
The good ones.
yeah, the good ones,
Yeah.
the good ones.
All right. Well, but are you? So yeah, I mean, you could do this this weekend and probably get away with it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But are you doing that? Is the question, and not whether you should or it's advisable for anyone to partake in such activity. I'm just.
I will
kinda-
be partaking in that activity.
You will. Okay.
Yes.
And will you be diving at the same time?
Probably tomorrow day I will dive.
Yeah. But you won't. Are you going to combine these activities, like, or will you do it on the surface interval, or will you do it at the end of the dive? Use it to recall your dive group. Hey, when you see the bottle rocket, time to come back to the boat.
Tomorrow, no, I will not be setting fireworks off underwater. Tomorrow, I'm going diving.
Okay. And
So-
where are you going to dive?
I'll probably go to my local lake,
Yeah. The name of that lake is?
South Holston.
Okay. So if you see any explosions at South Holston Lake in the mountains of Virginia or near that neck of the woods, you know
It may
who's
be
diving.
me. It's a possibility.
Okay. So that's something you can do or something you can avoid to do. But now you know it could happen. And if you're diving this weekend, just be on the lookout for some rednecks like Jerry that might be doing this kind of thing. I mean, actually, if you're not in the water, it is kind of cool to see because it's almost like watching, an underwater battle. You know what I mean? Like missiles that go and explode like on a movie, because that's what they do. If you take a bottle rocket, you set it off and it goes right under the water column, and then when it explodes,
So you start it on dry in air.
Yeah.
And shoot it down into the water. You can't light it under the water. I mean,
No, you got to
have
light
some
it
special
first,
fuse
and
or
then
something.
as soon as it's getting ready to go, you let it go, and before it has a chance to go out, it takes off. Right? Do I got it right?
Right
there,
into
Jerry?
your foot.
Exactly right.
Yeah. And then it explodes like, a torpedo would on a movie, going after a battleship. So I've seen this on YouTube. I haven't witnessed it in person, but it is kind of cool.
Well, next time I'm down, I'll take you
No,
out
I don't
and
want
show
to
you
be
how
near
do
it. I don't want to be remotely near it for legal reasons and
Yeah,
for my
there's
health
no
safety.
legal reasons
Yeah.
for it. It's legal in Florida.
I don't think that's accurate.
We go to the
There
swamp.
has to be some law that's being
Nobody will
violated
ever
when you
know.
do this. So it's good just to see it on some idiot on YouTube do it. Whether that idiot is Jerry, I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's smart enough not to document the video.
Yeah, because it's illegal activities in Virginia.
It very well could be.
These are just jokes, folks. Not really happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll go with that. So there has been a lot of news going on since my trip out west. And one has to do with are we about to witness the summer of the shark once again?
I hope so.
No, not the kind of, publicity that I am talking
Oh,
about.
you mean where somebody gets accidentally
Yeah.
bitten?
Yeah, we had an incident.
Yeah, it's already starting to happen.
A little girl almost got her leg taken, who was evidently near some folks that were scalloping Actually, I believe where the Aqua Gypsy was scalloping this morning. We're planning to, so we're expecting to hear from her. Or maybe it deterred her effort. I don't know. We'll find out at some point. But there was an incident on the west coast of Florida where some family was doing some scalloping, or that activity is very popular in that area, and they say a 9-foot shark got a hold of her. But the reasoning is what I'm hearing is they were cleaning the scallops in the area, or, like a fish cleaning station after a bunch of fishermen that brought in the sharks. Girl jumps in the water and an incident takes place. We'll see where this leads or discuss this activity next. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Rob Hayes. Forward, hard.
What is it? They're celebrating the revolution. It's the 4th of July.
And this is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, CJ in the studio with me. We got Jerry the Diver Guy and Bubble Boy connected via the web, making up the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. I do believe it is going to expand by the end of the show today, because we are expecting a few other members to join us on this holiday weekend. Hopefully you're making the best of it. Going diving, getting out there on the 4th, blowing up stuff underwater, whatever you need to do to have fun. Do it safely.
Yes, safe. Safety is...
Do what Jerry the Diver Guy would not do. Is that how you phrase it?
That's dope. You got to add fun to it.
Well, you got to have fun, but let him do the nutty stuff and talk about it. Don't do that. But all right, I digress. I want to get back to this story because there was a pretty bad incident this week. 17-year-old girl, Keaton, Florida, I believe is where it is, and that is it's a scallop hotspot.
Where is that in Florida?
West coast of Florida, like north of Tampa, I believe.
Okay.
I think Homosassa area, or right around there, in that neck of the woods. But it's scallop season, and basically you can go out and snorkel in about 5 to 10 feet of water, if that even, and find these scallops, and you get them by the bucket. You have limits. There's a Florida limit, the whole thing. But anyway, a family was out there. I don't know if they were actually scalloping themselves, but supposedly some people were coming in from scalloping, and they were swimming in an area in very shallow water where some people were possibly cleaning their catch of the day. And, it's no different than a fishing pier where, fishermen come in, and or they'll catch some fish on the and then and then they'll just start cleaning their fish.
Yeah, and you don't want to be anywhere near you don't want to be in that water when that's going on.
I mean, any marina on the planet, chances are, if there's sharks in the area, they're going to be around when the fishermen are cleaning fish,
Yeah,
and that's
they're getting
not
scraps.
It's not a great place to be in the water. I've always kind of scratched my head when you're at piers, and the pier will have a cleaning station, or marina for that matter, and there's people swimming nearby. I've always thought that was like, you got to create a little bit of a barrier there, because the sharks, they come in, they want the free food, the scraps. That's what they're. I mean, just taking think about when we were down at Robbie's Marina.
Not to mention you're swimming in fish guts.
Well, there's that. But remember when we were down at Robbie's Marina down in the Keys?
Yeah, that's what I was just
ago?
thinking about.
And the tarpon come in, but they had a fishing station, cleaning station right next to the Robbie's Marina, and we hung out there. And we see like 15 nurse sharks.
Yeah, some big ones.
Big ones. I mean,
they were
sharks,
hungry.
Yeah, but nurse sharks are pretty harmless. They're not going to come after you.
But they're going to take some free food.
But the chances of them being, there being some other type of sharks that are attracted to the free handouts, is good. And you don't see people in the water right there.
Of course not. And nurse sharks could bite you by accident too.
Yeah, I mean, just mistaken identity stuff. But anyway, that's what they think probably happened to this 17-year-old girl.
I mean, your pasty white ankle would look like a fish guts, fish guts underwater.
Exactly. And, and the reason I bring up the Summer of the Shark is that this is exactly how this happened in the year 2000. I know that's a long time ago, but we were doing ScubaRadio, and Jesse Arbogast, I'll never forget it, a little 10-year-old boy up in the Panhandle, had his arm, I believe, taken by a bull shark, and it was a big story. It's interesting. This story that's come out this last week, it's made the Florida news. I'm not sure if it's went national that much, and maybe it'll just blow over and we won't see much about it. But it's exactly how this started in the year 2000 when Jesse lost his arm, and it was a bull shark, and they had to wrestle with the shark to get it. It was a big mess, a tragic situation. But what it led to was like, oh gosh, we got sharks that are biting people now, which they always have been at certain times of the year, which is usually summer when there's more people in the water, playing tourist and that kind of thing in Florida. And but they started pointing the finger at dive operators that were feeding sharks. Now, not feeding bull sharks, which it was a bull shark that got him, but they were blaming like dive operators down in the Keys that were doing nurse shark dives, or, different species of sharks altogether. But long story short, they started pointing the finger at dive operators that were doing shark dives. Now, there was no correlation whatsoever, but that did not matter one iota to the mainstream media, especially with the fact that there weren't any dive operators doing any shark dives in the Gulf at the time. For sure. I don't even know if they are today. They're on the other side of the state doing a different species of shark and that thing. But I'm a little concerned about this particular story blowing up a little and starting to point the finger. The good news is, and we brought this up at the time in the year 2000, was that it was like, look, why would you point the finger at dive operators feeding a different species of shark on the opposite side of the state when you have fishing piers, marinas, cleaning stations for fishermen that, take their catch and they clean their fish and chuck the guts over the side? That draws, everybody knows this. Then they pointed that out with the scallop cleaning situation. So, and at the time when we brought that point up, which was much more reasonable, like culprit, like, look, if you want to, if you're concerned about bringing people and sharks together, that's where you should direct your attention. Maybe create bigger barriers between places where fishermen are cleaning fish or chucking the guts and things like that over the side of a pier or whatever, and bathers or swimmers. And
or how about no swimming 30 minutes before or after that.
Yeah, or just look at that as a whether or not that's actually the reason why the shark came after the person or not. I absolutely know. Does that make a lot more sense than blaming a dive operator doing a shark dive with a different species of shark on the other side of the state? Oh, hell yes.
Yep.
But it didn't matter. They still came after the dive operators, and it created a massive PR problem and mistake, and just what in the boating industry, I think we refer to these as Charlie Foxtrots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will see. But, if calmer heads prevail, it'll blow over, and they'll just say, hey, look. And I was shocked how I think it was like the local sheriff I saw on a video who said, hey, look, here's our suggestions. Don't swim at dusk, when sharks are feeding, and don't swim where they're cleaning the guts of scallop fishermen.
I'm glad that came out.
Yeah. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And, you could find yourself near a situation like that, or you're not putting two and two together, and that makes a heck of a lot of sense, right? So we will see if calmer heads will prevail on this, or this will get blown up again, and we'll do another round of PR nightmares. So far, so good. And I don't know if it's maybe we've gotten more enlightened, do you think? Or was it just lucky? What do you think there, CJ?
Lucky.
That's my guess as well. But once again, that's how it started, and take it for what it's worth. All right.
I never underestimate the stupidity of the local media.
That is so true. Maybe they're getting, more educated. I don't know. I'll give them a little bit of credit on this case, at least for now. More coming up.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
You're a little bit early, but that's fine. It's a weekend-long celebration. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ in the studio with me. Bubble Boy connected via the web. We lost Jerry, the diver guy, at least at the moment, to a power outage. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he texted me, said power went out.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's code for his still blew up.
Exactly. That's what. Right.
One of his rogue fireworks went off.
It could have been. He got a little
he blew
antsy.
up his own still.
Revenuers!
Crap, I aimed it the wrong way. Yeah. Well, hopefully the power will come back. You can be wishing for that.
I
or
don't know.
maybe
I don't know how the grid is up there in the mountains.
You never know.
You might not be as lucky as we are.
All right, so if you're diving in Greece and you're underwater and you come across something like the giant head of Hercules, is the first thing out of your blowhole, oh, Hercules, Hercules! How did they say that?
No.
How's it go? Come on, you can do it.
Hercules, Hercules!
Yeah, that's right. I mean, don't you have to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, you just see this headline from that part of the world.
Definitely when you're back up talking about it at the bar later.
Right. So divers recovered a giant head of Hercules from a shipwreck in Greece.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I'm just guessing that would have to be, your expression as soon as you saw it. Hercules, Hercules. You'd have to do something like that.
Thanks, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. And what was that? Coming to America? Which one was it?
I forget.
I don't know. Bubble Boy is our movie trivia, movie buff
Yeah, what
guy.
movie was that?
Does he know?
Actually, I think you're right for once, Greg.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we'll go with that. Then I'm right. You had me at that. All right, so they found this underwater. That'd be kind of cool, though. And I don't know what that means. And what exactly makes it giant?
The size is large.
Well, how large? Do you know?
I don't know. You have the article right over
well,
there.
no, you sent it to me. I thought maybe you knew.
I
mean, because the picture, I didn't see any picture of
Greg,
it.
I'm a busy man. I don't have time for this crap. What I do is I skim it and I go, "This looks interesting."
Right.
Send it to Greg.
Yeah, I mean, they show one picture of a diver, holding a rock in his hand, but you don't see the head of Hercules. And I was like, well, how big is Hercules' head exactly?
It says giant, so
giant,
it seems
right?
to be pretty large.
But I don't know if that's like, are we talking like Stonehenge giant, like the Moai Hawaiian statue type, giant head things, or is it just
Mount Rushmore? Just
maybe
massive.
And I don't know what Hercules looked like. Do you? How did they know it was Hercules?
Well, all those Greek statues are really awesome.
Are there pictures of Hercules in somewhere in some museum, someplace? Bubble Boy, you're our expert on that.
Yeah, I think it's Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, it looks like Lou Ferrigno, does he? He's green,
minus
evidently.
the unibrow. I don't think so.
Okay, but would you be excited if you found something
Hell
like
yeah.
that? Yeah,
that'd be super cool.
I mean, they supposedly, I mean, maybe it's like an Atlantis thing. Did Hercules get his freak on with a bunch of mermaids or something? Or I defer to Bubble Boy once again.
That probably would have been Poseidon, Greg.
Well, maybe Hercules was coming in and trying to get in on some of that action. Nope.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
I'm just wondering, why was the giant head of Hercules underwater?
It broke off from a large statue.
Okay. His head broke off, and
now they're going to find the rest of him, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, there's that. I mean, I've been hearing about these archaeological digs off the coast of Greece. They've found quite a bit of stuff under there the last few years, and whether this is something connected to Atlantis. I'd heard that rumor. What are you looking at me like?
Maybe he pissed off Zeus, and Zeus is like, one more
off
time,
with your head.
One more time, I'm going to rip your head off and poop down your neck hole.
Whoa, hey, no. Why would he do that?
I don't know. He must have angered him. You don't want to anger the gods.
I guess not.
I'm not up on my Greek mythology, but Hercules.
I didn't think that was a thing, actually.
He was a mortal, wasn't he? He wasn't a god, was he?
No. Hercules, well, he was a god, wasn't he, Bumble Boy?
Zeus, I think, was his father.
Okay.
So that means...
And that really makes sense.
Okay. Well, you may not find the head of Hercules on your next dive, but if you go up to the panhandle of Florida, they have announced some more sculptures as part of this Underwater Museum of Art exhibit that is been under construction. It's Grayton Beach State Park, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, in about 58 feet of water. And they've released some of the new designs that they're planning to put underwater or already have underwater. And some of them are pretty cool. There's no head of Hercules. There is there is a statue of a woman holding a head. Looks like a head. And maybe it's the head of Hercules, for all I know. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see this.
Which one am I looking at? I see
the seed in the sea. She's holding something in her hand. And I don't think it's a mermaid, but it looks like a football-sized thing in her hand that she's holding.
Kit.
No, it's called the seed in the sea, but maybe it's the head of Hercules, for all I know. If you go underwater and see it,
it's not big enough.
Well, it's not gigantic. It's not a gigantic head of Hercules.
Maybe
it would be like
ball.
a atomically correct size head of Hercules.
Anatomically?
That's what I said.
You said atomically.
And let's see, they got a guitar that's going on. And all this stuff is made out of some kind of concrete mix that's good for the environment, for the fish to, turn into a reef. But the coolest one is they got like a Beatles Yellow Submarine kind of sculpture that's going down. Now, it's not going to be yellow, but it's like, the Yellow Submarine from the cartoon from the Beatles. That's kind of neat.
I like the bow of the ship there.
Well, yeah, they got like a shipwreck thing.
That's kind of cool.
Well, that's kind of misleading. People are going to think it's really a ship.
Cool.
Because it's in the bottom of the ocean. We already have those. Why would you put another one down?
Why
and
not?
Fake it.
Because it looks cool.
No, I disagree. I think it's
You don't like that. You're not a
If you're
fan.
going to put sculptures underwater, you got to put unique stuff that people
What would you
go,
do? What would you like to see there that's not there?
Well, I mean, they got, some kind of artsy kind of thing, baby bloom, which I guess maybe is supposed to be like some kind of plant life thing.
You'd probably want a ukulele.
Yeah, they got a guitar already. That's close. That could actually be a ukulele.
Stupid.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to put a shipwreck underwater, because that's too typical. I mean, do something more unique that you wouldn't typically see underwater.
Like a
the
toilet.
divers. Well, there's those. There's quite a bit of those all around the world. That's actually a thing.
I've never seen a toilet underwater.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't looked hard enough.
Yeah, I have. I look
No,
hard.
you have
I look
not.
real hard.
No. I've heard of those. They're out there. But
Greg,
I mean,
Greg,
that would
you
be.
don't need a toilet underwater, Greg, because
True.
You go in your suit.
Right. There's divers that go in their suit, and there are divers that lie about not going in their suit.
Speaking of yellow submarines.
Yellow something, for sure. And every once in a while, a brown trout might swim by.
I can't tell what that is in the middle. What is that, like a bathtub or something?
There's a
Ashtray?
lizard. There's a lizard in the middle of it, whatever it is. It's like a lizard in an ashtray. I'm not sure what that is.
Huh.
But once again, this is Grayton State Park in Florida, and they got these new underwater sculptures. So it's kind of a cool thing. All right, look, hour 2 is on deck. We got more to talk about, more guests to share with you on this 4th of July weekend. Just getting started. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
They all love Scuba Radio. On the boat and down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters?
Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ in the studio with me.
Only half done.
What do you mean?
Got another half a show to go.
Oh, I thought you were cooking something. and it was only half done. You mean the radio show?
Yeah.
It's 4th of July. You have places to be, people to see?
I do.
You going to go blow crap up?
No, I'm going to watch the professionals blow crap up.
All right, and stay above water?
Yeah.
You're not going to blow it up underwater. All right.
No.
Bubble Boy connected with us via the web, and now we are joined by the Aqua Gypsy. As promised, we had a tip that she was going to be out on the water, fresh from scalping. And that means catching them, I believe. That's not a euphemism for fill in the blank. Yeah. No, how are you, Brittany? What's going on? Can you hear me?
We are good. We just got back. We were out all day. I think we left around 9:30 or something like that. And now we're just getting in. We're docking the boat right now, actually. So, Scuba Radio Live, docking the boat.
So, are you in Homosassa Springs? Is that where you're coming in, or where exactly?
We are in.
Great language.
And that's where we're coming in from. That's correct.
Okay. With how many scallops, or how many gallons or bucketfuls of scallops did you catch this morning?
We limited out.
Limited out, which that means you can get like what, 1 gallon, or how many gallons per diver? What is the limit?
1 gallon per snorkeler.
Wait, say it again. What? How many per snorkeler? What did you say, Brittany?
1 gallon per snorkeler, and we definitely limited out on the radio.
Okay, well, exactly. Okay, so 1 gallon per snorkeler or swimmer or scallop hunter, because you don't have to scuba. You're just scalloping. Is that right?
That's right. We're using the scuba jet. We're just snorkeling.
Oh, okay. You're taking the scuba jet. I would imagine that'd be a pretty good use of the scuba jets. Yeah, you cover a lot of ground because, once again, and we've talked about this in the past, scalloping for Florida scallops is very much like an Easter egg hunt, because you just got to find them. They're not hard to grab hold of and, get, but finding them is the trick. And they're how deep were they generally hanging there, Brittany? What do you think?
We were only in about 5 feet of water.
Okay.
To be honest, it really wasn't that bad. About 5 feet or so.
Yeah. And did any of the scallops try to swim away from you when you saw them? Did you have any of those?
100%.
Say it again. You're breaking up quite a bit. She's in Homosassa Springs. The internet connection's kind of dicey. What is it?
If you're on Facebook Live,
yeah,
you can tune in. It's time for her to eat one.
Oh, you're gonna eat one? All right.
Oh.
She's gonna eat a live scallop on Scuba Radio. This is like an annual tradition on Scuba Radio. We started it last year.
I was highly intoxicated the last time.
Yeah, this time you're sober and you're gonna do it.
Well,
because,
you're assuming.
Well, true.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Well, stick it in your mouth and suck it. Or, you got to suck it first. You got to suck the guts out of one of these scallops. And then if you've seen a scallop, it's not much different when you crack one of these scallops open like an oyster. They're pretty disgusting. Matter of fact, one of the techniques to clean Florida scallops is to use a shop vac to suck all the guts out. You don't have one of those.
Look at all the black stuff in there.
Yeah. So she doesn't have a shop vac. So you just got to suck it out with your mouth and then throw the bad stuff away and then eat the scallop. Is that what you're going to do, Brittany? Yeah.
That's correct. There are marinas in which you can go and they will shuck your scallops for you.
Well, that's no fun. You should do your own sucking. You shouldn't do that, contract that out. That's low class.
That's losing.
All right, are you going to eat one live on the radio right now, and we'll see if you live or what? Come on.
All right, okay.
All right. All right.
If I live to come back on radio next week.
Yeah.
Are we here? Okay, let's see.
Yes. This is radio gold, I tell you. Because, one of two things are going to happen, and it's going to be a win either way. She's going to shuck that scallop and then puke all over herself, which is, you can see this on YouTube Live. Or she's going to die a painful death over a period of 7-8 days. The story would still go viral. Or she might actually like eating a raw Florida scallop. That could happen,
I
too.
love that she laughs in the face of certain food poisoning.
That's right.
Yeah.
She laughs in the face of danger. All right. She has it in her hand. I see the scallop in her hand.
Radio.
All right, just for Scuba Radio. Exactly. Here, she's sticking it in her mouth. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, whoa!
Oh, disgusting.
And look at that expression on her face. That looks like pure
nausea.
Anguish?
Yeah, I was gonna say joy, but maybe not.
Wait, hold on. She's gonna lose it.
How would you describe the taste of a fresh, raw Florida scallop, there, Brittany? What do you think?
Hard to clams, to be honest.
Clams, like clams?
Piss clams?
I don't think
Raw
that's
clams.
raw clams. All right. So just kind of a gooey mess in your mouth is kind of what you're describing. Maybe slightly salty or something? Or what do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little gooey, slightly
Hey, Brittany,
salty.
close your eyes.
You're breaking up a lot, Brittany. So we're seeing you, but we can't really hear what she's saying exactly.
Brittany,
Wait.
close your eyes and focus on this. How about a nice, greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray?
Oh, would that be a good description of the?
Pretty much what
All right, she says yes. I think that was a yes. It was a similar. Well, it's one of those experiences you do. It's good luck to eat a raw Florida scallop on your first day out scalloping, because it means that, if you live over the next few days, you have an immune system of an elephant.
Ladies and gentlemen, has there ever been anyone in the history of radio more full of crap than Greg?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I say no.
Yes. Well, Brittany, I mean, she's down. I love the fact that she did this, and she might even live through the next 48 hours.
Anything to entertain you.
Yes. Thank you, Brittany.
That's a trooper. Right?
That's awesome. Yes,
I
Brittany.
did it all.
She did it all for us. I love that. And, that's the true aqua gypsy in her that comes through every time she appears on Scuba Radio. God bless her. Because, if she wouldn't do it, no one else would.
No, hell no.
So it just goes to show the power that we wield sometimes, irresponsibly.
I was going to say, be careful.
I love it, Brittany. So are you going to eat some more, or are you going to cook them first this time?
Cook them. We're definitely going to cook them, and we're probably going to eat a little steak with them as well. So.
There we go. Scallops and steak. That
Surf
sounds
and
like
turf, baby.
Good combo. Well, Brittany, the conditions were good out there for scalloping today, or what? What would you say?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. You didn't see any sharks, did you? When you were out there?
We did not. Oh, I did see a little 2-foot bonnet head shark. It was really cute. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, don't be swimming nearby any cleaning scallop stations. We don't want you to be a statistic, but that's a different story for another day. We already covered it. All right, there you go. Aqua Gypsy eating a live scallop on Scuba Radio. Where do you get this kind of highbrow entertainment?
Disgusting.
Nowhere, my friends, nowhere.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo with a buddy or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio Scuba Cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures Adventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explore Adventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit exploreadventures.com. That's exploreadventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
It is a high honor to speak at this Hall of Independence on this Day of Independence.
Independence Day, 4th of July, still a couple days away. By then, Brittany will be clear of any E. coli or other type of diseases she's picked up by eating a raw scallop. We don't recommend you doing this at home.
I would strongly advise picking up some anti-diarrheal medication, something over the counter.
So you can make your diarrhea real?
Anti.
Oh.
Diarrheal.
Oh, okay. CJ, our medical advisor, is in the studio with me today. Thank you.
No training.
None whatsoever.
Just a consultant.
Well,
Don't even play one on the radio. He just blurts crap out.
You eat raw fish like that, you're going to possibly have
you're rolling the dice,
digestive
baby.
issues.
Yeah. You're playing Russian roulette with your colon.
That's right.
So, Bubble Boy and Jerry the Diver Guy connected via the web. Yeah, Jerry, would you eat a raw scallop like that?
No.
Why not?
I do. The only raw I eat is oysters.
Okay, there's no difference.
Yes, there is difference. I've ate a raw.
Yeah, but as far as there's no difference between eating a raw scallop and a oyster.
Scallop has got a completely different taste than what a raw oyster does.
Well, right, but I'm talking about is there any reason why you wouldn't, from the standpoint of,
Oh no, if I like
safe?
the taste of it, yeah, I'd eat.
Well, have you had a raw scallop?
I have had one raw scallop.
And how would you describe it?
Nasty.
Well,
I think it ranks right up there with a clam, a raw clam.
A raw clam. And how would you describe a raw clam? That doesn't help. Really.
Crappy tasting. It's like eating a piece of fish in an ashtray.
Okay.
Not good.
I'm actually trying to get a real description out of these.
You cannot describe it. It is just
it doesn't. It wouldn't be like a piece of sushi.
No.
Like whitefish sushi. No.
No.
What do you think, Bubble Boy? Have you had one? You've never eaten.
Yeah, it's probably like the pistol of the conch. So
which had no taste, really, right? It was just
salty. Little salty.
The pistol of a conch is the sexual organ of the conch, by the way, and it looks like a clear noodle. That's what she said.
Yeah. I prefer the conch fritters.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I don't know, raw scallops not on my list, but they are considered a delicacy, raw or cooked for that matter, around the world. Matter of fact,
people eat a lot of weird stuff.
They do. So I guess the taste.
Now scallops, like cooked, are possibly my favorite.
They're little nuggets of
God.
Golden brown
So
goodness.
Good. Yeah.
Put a little beer batter on them or
butter.
Beer batter. You batter your scallops?
Yes.
Blasphemy.
Beer batter, Greg.
They're not chicken nuggets, Jerry.
No. You want to cook them in butter, garlic.
Right. Yeah, they should be seared and grilled.
beer battered or grilled.
Okay, but who would beer batter a scallop? You don't do that.
Oh, man,
it's turning them into chicken nuggets. You sear them
No.
in some olive
Actually, that
oil or
does sound
beer.
pretty
I mean, not beer. I guess you could saute them in beer.
That'd be like a
Yeah,
tempura.
you can do that.
Yeah, but you get them like golden brown. I mean, I've watched Hell's Kitchen. I know how Gordon Ramsay cooks his scallops.
Donkey!
Yeah. I'd get yelled at when I didn't grill them properly, probably. But still, yeah. I mean, but they, the Florida scallops aren't those big sea scallops that you see like on the Hell's Kitchen and stuff. They are about the size of a quarter. Maybe about the same thickness. I don't know. But they are a little bit smaller, but they're still pretty good.
Yeah, they're damn tasty.
Yeah, but raw,
hell no.
I think you just do that because, you were dared to.
Yeah.
Like the pistol of the conch, which I got CJ and James to do just that.
Many
Bubble
years
Boy.
ago.
Yeah. Because it is a thing. The pistol of the conch, when you go to the Bahamas and you go out on a dive boat and they give you the option to pick up some conch to make some conch salad. The Bahamians will say, okay, if you've never had this before, we'll clean the conch and then they'll pull the pistol out.
They're pranking you. The moral of the story is don't ever do anything Greg
No,
tries
no.
to get you to do.
Wait, back up. They're not pranking you. I am pranking you because the Bahamians do believe it's a Bahamian Viagra. Eating the pistol of the conch. Yes, it's a Bahamian Viagra. They claim up and down that this works. They've used it for years and years. And so when people come out and have their first conch
That's
salad,
what they tell you just to get you to eat it.
well, no, but it's not true because the guys, if you don't eat it, they'll eat it. I've seen them do this many times, but they offer it up like, look, if you've never had this, eat this. This is good for you. It'll make you grow like tree. Yeah. And so, I've seen it. I've experienced the whole thing, the presentation.
Was it true?
Well, I deferred to my friends like CJ and Buffalo.
Because I don't remember. I don't think I noticed anything.
Yeah. Yeah. You lost me when they described it. Like, what is it? It's the male organ of the conch. You lost me right there.
But you've had it before.
No.
You've never done that.
No.
You jerk. So you just got us to do it.
Correct.
Usually.
And I had you guys describe it, and you said it has really no taste. It just feels like has the texture of a wet, clear noodle,
Slimy.
which is what it looks like.
But haven't you noticed, CJ, that he gets us to do everything?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Then no more.
Well,
Never
that's why I
again.
was asking you to describe your experience with a raw scallop, and you said it's like eating a fish. It was in the ashtray.
He is an instigator.
It is nasty.
That's not description. I mean, I want the actual. What is it?
You're
What
gonna have
can
to
you
get out
compare
in
it
real
to?
life instead of living it vicariously through us.
Yeah,
Incorrect. I do not have to. It's
Yes.
much safer to experience it from a distance.
It's safer.
Yes. You guys. I know.
You sons of bitches. I'll kill you.
You kid. I know you. You're just kidding.
You sons
And
of
that's
bitches.
fine. You can do that. It's a holiday weekend, so I'll let you get away with that today. That's fine.
Put a firecracker in your butt.
Well, you're gonna do that?
No, I'm just
Well,
imitating you.
Film it and actually do it underwater. Do it underwater, Jerry. There's the next stunt for our Scuba Radio videos. We just got one with
Nobody wants to see that.
No, I don't want to feel that.
Who wants to have Jerry the Diver guy go on a dive, stick a firecracker in his butt, and videotape it for posterity? Posterity being the key word.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
To every citizen throughout our land, have a glorious Independence Day. Have a great 4th of July. God bless you and God bless America. Happy 4th of July.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. How are you going to celebrate the 4th of July this weekend? Are you going to stick a firecracker in your buttocks and explode it underwater while you're diving with Jerry the Diver Guy? Or are you going to let him just partake in all the festivities and be an observer?
I don't want to observe that.
Well, you're not. You're going to be the one. You're going to have a dive buddy. That's when the dive buddy comes in handy, literally, because it's going to be hard to do that on your own. I guess you could if you reach around back in there, but you probably would need the services of your dive buddy to assist in such a display of patriotism. Patriotism? What was right? Is that right?
Patriotism?
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. So,
all right. What about if Jerry doesn't want to do something explosive? What about a sprinkler?
Explosive?
I mean, a sparkler.
A sparkler. Actually, that'd probably be way more safe because, yeah, you're not talking about something that's going to explode, but it will still have the same display of in love of country.
You could prance around the yard and say, "I'm a Yankee Doodle
No, you'd have to do this underwater. You light a sparkler. Actually, that would stay lit underwater.
Stay lit underwater.
Yeah, it would. I think it would, wouldn't it, Jerry?
So.
Have you done a
sparklers?
Yeah.
No, they go out.
Oh, well.
See, he's tried it.
Back to exploding.
He's like, yeah, no, I already tried it. But done that.
These are the things we do to amuse ourselves when we haven't been diving enough. All right, that's where our mind goes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's scary. But, it's how you, show your patriotism. Yeah, that.
Your what?
Patriotism.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. It's your love of country.
Greg, you need some sort of pharmaceutical. I'm not sure exactly what, but there's got to be something that can help you.
What, anti-stroke medication?
Something to regain your speech.
No. Why start now?
What's sad is you're completely sober right now. He's got no excuses.
I did buy some celebratory 4th of July alcohol, too.
Yeah, you said we were going to do some sampling.
Yeah.
We're well into the second hour, and I haven't
it
seen
is
a
Scuba
drop.
Radio happy hour somewhere.
I haven't seen a drop yet. I don't know what's happening.
Well, I have to, we have to finish this show. We can't, you've heard what I sound like when I'm sober.
You can only help.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Can't get any worse.
Yeah. No, we'll do a little partake of some celebratory, American bourbon.
Little
nippy.
Little nip of Grandpa's cough syrup.
Yeah. Well, that's Jerry's thing. That's
Give me the bottle, you little pumpkin pie haircutted freak.
Yeah. Isn't it spring water season up where you are right now, Jerry?
No, not yet.
No? When's that kicking?
That was every day.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Well, big time season. It depends on the corn, but it's probably going to be around September.
Big time. It's on the corn. Is that what he said?
September, October.
The mash, Greg. You need the mash.
So you got to get the corn and make it into mash.
Make the mash, Greg.
Okay. All right. Well, are you gonna? You're planning to dive tomorrow in a lake.
Yep.
Why?
Yep. Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm not at the ocean.
Because it's there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, are you doing some training, or are you just going to play?
Nah, I won't go play.
Yeah.
I got me and a couple of my friends is going. So
Yeah. And
they wanted to go, and I was all right, I'll go.
You sound so excited. He says,
well,
think about how big is the lake that you're going to dive tomorrow, Jerry?
I can't remember the size of it, but it's in Tennessee and Virginia,
so it must be
nice
big.
lake.
Actually, the Bear Lake where I was last week in Utah, not only do they not have bears, they do have their own monster though. Like Loch Ness, and it borders Wyoming.
Which I'm sure you
Wyoming,
You said it right.
Utah, and Idaho.
Weird.
So not only do you can visit Wyoming, you could go look for the bears that don't exist in Utah, and then you can pick up a tater in Idaho.
Huh?
Yeah, right there, Bear Lake. But they have a monster. They do have a Loch Ness type critter that
Which
swims
I'm
around.
sure you believe in 100%.
Well,
because you always fall for that crap.
No, I think that's all hogwash. There can only be one Loch Ness monster. What I will tell you is that we were only a few hours away from Skinwalker Ranch.
No, I knew it.
And I was looking to the skies and thinking, like, gosh, if only Jerry the diver guy was here, we'd get probed for sure.
You were looking to get probed?
No, I'm just saying if Jerry...
That's what it sounded like to me.
Jerry would draw him in, draw in the aliens. Yeah, have you seen this show? It's right. They play it on History Channel right next to Curse of Oak Island.
No, that's why I missed it.
And the Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch is pretty intriguing. It's a very interesting thing.
They have legalized prostitution there?
Excuse me?
It sounds like a house of ill repute.
Wrong. The Skinwalkers are they think they're back
He
to
fought Darth
indigenous.
Vader and Luke Skinwalker.
You go ahead and make fun. You
make your little jokes.
Make your little jokes, funny boy. But no, Skinwalker Ranch. It's an interesting show, and I didn't realize when I was going out there that we were so close. And so I did look to the sky, and when we were out on the lake, and didn't do any diving, but I was looking up there like, all right, come on, come check us out, aliens.
He was hunting the aliens again.
You drop your pants?
No, I did not.
Come on in, boys. Where's the little green men?
And got violated.
No,
he got probed.
Nah, that's not what's happening. But it is interfering with like GPS and all the electronics. They can't seem to conduct all these experiments over Skinwalker Ranch because the aliens are doing something to block all the signals. And I mean, you've seen all the stuff on the news. I mean, all these UFO sightings they're happening right now. There's something going on, and they can move between the sky and the water. We talked about this a few weeks ago on ScubaRadio. I was like, and yet I haven't gotten any emails from any divers that said they have seen a UFO underwater, but they said this is happening.
I have a hard enough time seeing those lobster antennae right in front of me, let alone UFOs.
Correct. But could lobster be a...
No.
What?
No. It
Yes,
would
it
be
could
the
be.
octopus, Craig. It's
Yes,
the
Craig.
octopus.
Well, I don't know. The lobster's pretty freaky looking too. It looks like an alien creature. Come on, a lot of animals in the ocean look like, aliens.
No, I'm with Bubble Boy. It's definitely octopus. They have DNA that doesn't exist in any other creature.
Well, there you go. Okay, maybe it is. Maybe it is the octopi.
And they have what, like 7 brains or something crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very intelligent.
Really?
And they're masters of camouflage.
Interesting. Well, maybe they're the aliens and they've been here the whole time. But these UFOs, these spaceships that they're seeing, go between the sky and the ocean and don't even make a wave. I mean, if we could only harness
the fun in
that technology on our scuba dives, wouldn't you like to do that? Wouldn't you be able to? We'd probably be able to interact with the critters better. It'd be better than rebreather diving.
Might be a little too fast.
Well, I mean, you control the speed.
Cruise along.
I mean, they don't they go underwater. They don't have to go fast. They just do it without making a splash. It's like perfect 10s for Mark Spitz dive or something. You know what I mean?
He was a swimmer, not a diver.
Well, see, and he made no splashes.
You're thinking of Greg Louganis.
Yes, that's who I'm thinking of.
Language.
Okay. All right. What are you saying? All right, more coming up.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Why?
Love the 4th of July, love the 4th of July. I do it up big on the 4th of July. 4th of July. 4th of July. Everybody. 4th of July. 4th of July. 4.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Happy 4th of July to you. Maybe you'll be celebrating the holiday like Jared the Diver Guy, sticking a sparkler in your buttocks and going diving. God bless you.
Woohoo!
How long can you keep it
America.
lit? Probably not very long. It's either that, a sparkler, or a Roman candle. Which actually, that'd be more of a challenge. More video friendly. You think? But
they'll be able to do like
I think this trip to Utah has got you into the probing thing now.
No, I'm just thinking.
Jerry will be able to do like Don Rickles always said, drop your pants and fire a rocket.
Okay. All right. I mean, you can do it very easily snorkeling.
Yeah.
Just you're
what
out
do they
on a
call
lake.
those butt monsters or what?
Oh, the one-horned buttfish.
Yeah,
the one-horned buttfish is
the
what we call
one-horned explosive buttfish.
Right.
Exploding butt boy.
The one-horned exploding buttfish. I think that might be a thing for the holiday.
Film
Jerry,
that and put it on there. TV
mark
shows.
that one off the list there, Jerry. Can you do that with your buddy?
No.
Why not?
There's a lake in Virginia
Come on.
that has
Brittany ate a raw scallop. The least you could do is light a Roman candle out of your butt.
Come on, Jerry.
Where's
your patriotism?
Exactly.
Greg, I've done too much for you. It's time for you to repay now. We want
Well,
you
I'm
to
giving
go
you the
out and enjoy
platform.
life too,
I'm giving Jared the Diver Guy the platform to conduct this experiment and to show his love of country. And at bare minimum, amuse the hell out of us.
That's the problem. We want you to do it, Greg.
He's softening up. I could tell he's just about to agree. keep applying the pressure.
Oh golly!
He's
well,
just about there.
I don't know. Are you going to do anything patriotic on your dive on the 4th of July, Jerry, or not?
Yeah. Well, I might break out the old American flag Speedo.
Oh God!
No, God!
Oh
No.
jeez! Our idea is way better. No one's going to want to see this, Jerry.
Anything is better.
Yeah, they will. Trust me.
Everybody would want to see the whole Roman candle, thing. That's like America's Got Talent stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, look what I can do.
You could go viral with that, man.
Yeah.
You could really put this show on the map.
You could blow TikTok up.
There you go.
See? We come up with the ideas. It's up to you.
Instead of TikTok, it'd be butt talk.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But I don't know. What else could you do to make your dive more patriotic other than, wear, red, white, and blue?
My fins are red, white, and blue.
Yeah, mine are too. I have
patriotic.
Some. Yep. You could do that. That's easy. But, I mean, is there anything more obviously it's tough to do the whole fireworks thing underwater. That takes a little bit more expertise. But is there anything else that you should do, or should you just screw it and just say, hey, I'm diving. That's
you could
good
maybe have an underwater hot dog eating contest.
Hey, That's a bad idea.
Thanks.
You could take a bunch of bags of tea down there with you, Greg, and just let them float in the water.
Yeah, have like a Boston Tea Party. I love
Hey,
it.
you'd have a tea party.
Tea bag it.
No. I don't
Who wants to
think-
get tea bagged?
No, I don't think that's really. There's nothing really
Those
patriotic.
tiny little tea leaves.
You know, I think it's just one of those things. If you get out and do a dive, yeah, you're good, and that counts for being patriotic, and just sharing. You know, maybe just sharing a patriotic story.
No,
No,
you
that ain't
get
gonna-
tea bagged with a Roma candle in your butt would be better, Craig.
Oh, well, see now he's saying it.
Pick one, Jerry.
Come on,
one at a time.
Let him have both. He's wanting patriotic.
I don't understand why he won't do it.
I don't know.
I mean, he just brought it up again, and you know, I think
The old Jerry we know would have done it in a heartbeat.
That's right.
I got. Yeah. Never. No, never mind. I'm done.
You're safe. You've had both your kids.
Yeah, exactly. It isn't like you need your buttocks anymore. Okay, it's just getting worse and worse. By the way, since it is July, you know what that means, right?
No.
We're literally within
3 weeks.
Yeah, Bugfest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lauderdale by the Sea. We got the links to it right there at ScubaRadio.com. Check it out. Join us at the Plunge Beach Hotel. Get your Bugfest rate for the event, that 2-day mini season. You know, if you Jerry, you're coming, right?
Oh,
He's going to be there.
A team of wild seahorses couldn't keep me away.
And CJ will be there as
Very
well.
good.
Well, Barry will be there. It'll be Barry and Jerry.
Unfortunately, Barry lives down there. So.
You know, Barry is kind of
Mascot.
No, I was going to say him and Jerry would be a good buddy team. And if anybody was going to assist in blowing stuff up, I mean, maybe that's the problem. You need the proper dive buddy. And because, he does those videos where he blows up like, those liter Coke bottle things. Have you seen those videos he put up on YouTube, Barry?
Unfortunately, yeah. He sends in to everybody.
And he creates these rockets. So you don't even need to get a Roman candle. He'll just put one of those plastic bottles in your butt and you blow it right out of there.
More power to him.
Well, he needs a platform, Jerry, and that's what you would be.
Hey, I want no platform with that one.
Okay. Yeah,
I still think
we're going to have to ply him with copious amounts of alcohol.
I think that, well, that would be easy to do. So.
All right,
Yeah.
so
I
we
think
just got to get him
Greg
liquored up
needs to do
first, then he'll
something.
do it. I'm
Greg
doing it
needs to
right
do
now.
something
What are you talking about?
impressive.
I do it every week. I throw out these little gems of information, these ideas. Greg the Instigator. Yes, I've been called that.
For good reason.
I come up with the ideas. It's up to you to execute them at your own risk. I take no responsibility. I just, you do this kind of stuff and you're going to become world renowned. Yeah. Yeah. And it would go viral. You probably get a virus on top of that.
What if we have somebody standing by with a first aid kit?
Nah.
Yeah.
For safety.
No, the sparks on my buttocks would hurt.
Save that.
Yeah. Oh, golly. Well, hey, it's the 4th of July weekend, so, we can get away with this kind of stuff on a holiday, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not my show.
This is what happens when I go away for vacation. Come up with, maybe I was abducted by aliens.
I believe he was abducted and probed.
I'm Greg the Skinwalker. Maybe that's what it is. I just look like Greg the Dive Master today, but actually,
You sound like him.
I've been abducted by aliens, and a Skinwalker has invaded my innards.
They call them skinwalkers?
Yeah, that's what the aliens are. Yeah.
So weird.
What? Who?
The whole thing is weird.
No, it's just truth, man. You
That's
heard it
not-
here first. You
I
don't
don't
get
believe
this
that
stuff in the
crap.
mainstream media.
Because it's not true.
Come on, CJ, back me up. What kind of buddy are you? You're supposed to be on the same
Realistic.
team.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Do you want to have
Jerry stick a Roman candle in his buttocks or not for the 4th of July?
More than anything in the world.
Okay, there's my guy. There's my buddy. All right, on that disturbing note, we're going to wrap it up. Till next time, remember, it's always better. Where, gang?
When Jerry has a firecracker in his butt.
Down where it's wetter. That's where it's
down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters?
Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.